Amigas, we're making dinner. We're making rice, grilled chicken, barbecue, like Korean style barbecue chicken, and we're making Hawaiian style mac salad. So, do I look tired? Because I am. Dude, I was showing my chichis yesterday, friends. I saw the nip slip. No, para qué? Para qué? Hi, Tia. Hello, Angel. Hello, Angie. Hello, everybody. Hi, everyone. Okay, we're making dinner. Hello, everybody. Join. If you guys could do me a favor and just like the video, leave a comment, do all the things, share it if you want. I don't know. We're just making dinner. We're just chilling. I need to go to bed, you guys. I did not sleep last night because I was finishing my mirrors. Like, I was finishing some of them, not all of them, but I was working on them. And then when I looked at the time, it was like 3 in the morning. Hello, Julie. I finally get to see you from the start. Hi, Rosemary. Hello, everybody. Hi. How are you doing? We're going to make Hawaiian style mac salad. Valerie. My watch sends me notification. Really? Well, can it send out everybody else's? Because nobody else is being notified. Hi, guys. Hello. Hold on. Did I turn this on? Yeah. Hello. Hi. Hello. Hey. I got a notification. Oh, well, good for you. Quit bragging. No, I'm joking, friend. So my rice is cooking right here. We're going to make mac salad, okay? So here's what we're going to need for the Hawaiian style mac salad. We're going to need heavy whipping cream. We're going to need mayo, a lot of mayo, so I have my big one ready. We're going to need a little bit of white wine vinegar. We're going to need some sea salt, some garlic powder, some coarse pepper, and some sugar. Or honey. Sugar or honey. I prefer to just use regular sugar. Okay? Hi, everyone. Welcome in. Hello. Oh, let me turn it down. I had my grill pan heating up, and I looked over, and it's literally like smoking. Oh, Fabian's gonna get mad. He doesn't like it when it gets smoky in here, because then the alarm goes off. Hold on. Let me move the fan. Let me open the window. To the window. To the wall. When sweat drops off them O's. All them bitches raw. Okay. So, let's make it. I don't really measure, but I'm going to measure for you guys today, okay? I kind of do it by, like, sight. Oh, and then we're going to need, cooled down, overcooked noodles. Valerie, thank you for the stars, amiga. We're going to need overcooked noodles, okay? Some people add, carrots in it. We don't, because every time all of the Hawaiian style restaurants that we have around here, we just don't do it. My chicken is over here. It was marinating. We'll put it on the grill here in a minute. And I'm also going to teach you guys how to make, I want to try Hawaiian style mac. Girl, you should, friend. It's delirious. Okay. Here, I'll use this cup. All right. So we're going to use half a cup of heavy whipping cream. Okay. Half a cup of heavy whipping cream. How was your day? Oh, friend, I was literally falling asleep in my car waiting for Fabian to get home from school. Okay, and then a lot of mayo, okay? It's probably going to be about a cup of mayo. And this is Best Food, so we got to make sure we get it all out. They're like, Rosalie, you missed a spot. No, I didn't. A went to the gym, you guys. Oh, I think that's why I've been working really hard, like muscle-wise. And I'm just like, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. Hi, Kimberly. Okay, we're going to grab just a splash of vinegar. This is white wine vinegar. A little bit more than a splash. 2 splashes, okay? Then we're going to grab about a tablespoon of any kind of sugar. Oh my God, that's too much sugar. Me being shady. Then we're going to grab a little bit of sea salt. I'll do about a teaspoon of sea salt. You can always add more salt if it's under seasoned. Some garlic powder. Okay, just a little bit of garlic powder. And a lot of pepper. Hi, Lucy. Hi, Yolanda. Hi, Kimberly. I'm making dinner, friend. And a lot of pepper, okay, Fabian? I like a lot of pepper in my mac sauce. My macaroni sauce, okay? Then we're going to grab our hand blender, and we're going to grab our whisker, and we're going to whisk it. Ah, shit. It's hot here because the rice things right there. And then we're going to whisk it, okay? And we're going to make it nice and... We're going to almost make it like whipped cream. Here comes Fabian. What are you doing? Are you like my teapot? I'm a little teapot for a We might need more mayo, but we'll see, okay? Oh, I have a wrinkle tape right there because you guys, I sleep on my face like this, and I've been getting like perma wrinkles. So it's literally a wrinkle tape. She's like, what's wrong with your face? It's supposed to like train it. They're made by a company, Peace Out, I think. Peace Out Wrinkles it's called. And it's a piece of tape, and you put it on your wrinkle, like any deep wrinkles, and you leave it on for as long as you want. I leave mine on literally all day. And like if you have a deep wrinkle, it'll do it. We're making mac salad, Hawaiian style, okay? Okay. Now that we have all that whipped up, I'm going to unplug that because it's really hot right here. My rice is right here. I'm not going to touch my rice until it's time to eat. Okay? All right. And here's the tip. Here's the tip, you guys. You're going to grab onion. Freeze onion, okay? This is frozen solid. You can do it without freezing the onion. But one of my Hawaiian friends messaged me and she's like, freeze the onion because she saw me struggling. And I'm like, look, one thing about me is, and then you're going to grate your onion, okay? It's easier to grate onion if it's frozen, because when it's not, it just falls apart. So you're grating onion. You can get it at Sephora. Sometimes I find it at Marshall's. It's by Peace Out. It's called Peace Out Wrinkle, but they have it at Sephora. Sometimes you could find it at Marshall's. I had bought it once at Sephora, and then I was like, I don't want to pay this much for it. And then I found it at Marshall's. Girl, let me tell you one thing about me is I'm going to find a way to stop the aging. Okay, and here's our next onion. And if your onion starts to fall apart, you just kind of flip it. Good idea, frozen. Girl, I wouldn't have thought of it. I wouldn't have thought of it. What are we making? We're making grilled chicken, Hawaiian style mac salad. And I'm going to have rice instead of mac salad. And then I'm going to steam some veggies for Fabian. Some like broccoli and carrots. Okay? And there's our onion. all that onion goodness. If you have like really big pieces, you could take them out. I have a few like pretty big pieces in here. But onion freezing did make a difference, okay? And then you're going to throw the onion in here with the mayo, the heavy whipping cream, the salt, vinegar, and all the stuffing. Hold on. I'm getting this. I don't want that in there. I just want that in there. All right. And then you're going to stir that onion in there. Thank you for the stars, amiga. All right. Now we're going to add our, thank you guys for joining. And then we're going to add our mac. These are just overcooked noodles. And you want your noodles slightly overcooked. And then you want to make them nice and cold. Like you don't want to put hot noodles in here. And then you're just going to mix it up. And then we're going to throw this in the fridge while we make our chicken. So it has time to like set. If it needs more mayo, we'll add more mayo. It's definitely going to need more pepper. Ooh, and you know what, you guys? If freezing the onion stops your eyes from doing what they do. What isn't your eyes from, like, last time I grated onion, my eyes were watering. And freezing the onion stopped me from doing that, okay? But now, let me wash my hands. Because I had onion on them. Okay, and then we're going to grab more pepper because I like to see all the pepper flakes on my mac salad. You can add carrots and celery to it, like shredded as well. Fabian doesn't like it with the carrots. He says the carrots are weird. I think it's because the first time we had mac salad, it didn't have the carrots, so he thinks like this isn't mac salad because it has carrots. Because I make another salad that does have carrots and he'll eat it, but not Hawaiian style mac salad. All right, perfect. Now we're going to throw this in the fridge. I'm going to taste it and make sure it's good on salt. It's good on everything. Because of that vinegar and the sugar, it does have a little like tangy and sweetness to it. And then the onions add that onioniness to it. And the pepper adds that little kick. It's a very good salad. If you guys like salads for like barbecues, you could add diced ham as well. We just keep it very basic. I'm telling you, once Fabian has something and then he likes it, I can't add anything to it because then he won't eat it. He'll say that's not what it is. And we're just going to cover this and we're going to put it in the fridge. Okay? And so by the time our chicken's grilled, this will have cooled down a little. And like, the reason you want to throw it in the fridge is because it's going to like solidify the mayo and the heavy whipping cream and it's going to become denser. Okay. Our rice is done. I have my rice cooker right here. Dude, I got this rice cooker at Macy's. It's a 16 cup. And we have our this is my sticky rice in here because I like sticky rice or sushi rice. So our rice cooker's right there. Let me make sure it's all the way cooked. Hold on. Yeah, it's dry. I just stuck my whole finger in it. But honestly, this rice is going to be for me. And then if we don't eat it all, tomorrow I'll make fried rice. Okay. And then, let's go grill our chicken. I have my chicken over here. Like, over there? Yeah, in a baggie. Okay? Here's my chicken. It's been marinating in a baggie. I just took it out right now. I love my rice cooker. I got that one for like $29.99 at Macy's, like on one of their sales. Because my rice cooker was only a 5 cup or 6 cup, and it would always spill over, and I could never make enough rice. And that one's a 16 cup. Hold on, guys. I'm just moving you over. Here's our grill pan, our cast iron grill pan. Our cast iron grill pan. Let me turn this in. Okay. I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil in my pan. My pan's nice and hot. You never want to heat your pan higher than a medium heat. Medium is high on a cast iron. And then you're gonna grab a, oh God, I don't have one here. Okay, guys. Ah! You guys stuck there. Let me grab my square pants. I'm gonna grab my square lid. It was nice and hot, that's why it's smoking. And now we're gonna grab our chicken, okay? I'm just gonna do it with my hands and then I'm gonna go wash them. There's a couple of pieces of chicken in here. I'm gonna wait for those to be done and then I'm gonna add them. Then let me wash my hands. Okay, the trick to cooking chicken on a grill pan, you guys, is to cover it for 5 minutes. So the first 5 to 10 minutes, you're gonna let it cook covered. It's gonna encapsulate the moisture in the breast, because breast tends to be more on the dry side. It's gonna encapsulate that moisture. Sorry guys, I really freak out with chicken juice being on anything. Let me rinse everything off over here. All right. So while that cooks for about 5 to 6 minutes, covered. Let me grab my cleaner, guys. Sorry. There was just chicken on everything, and I don't want salmonella. So to get like a super juicy cooked chicken breast, cover it for 5 to 6 minutes, and then you're gonna cook it uncovered for about 5 minutes on each side, and then, well, probably less than like 3 or 4 minutes on each side after that. And it's really gonna keep that nice and moist. Oh, you know what, you guys? I didn't season it. Let me season it. I'm gonna season my chicken. I forgot to season it. I just marinated it in the barbecue sauce. But I didn't season it. And just a light seasoning, because the barbecue sauce does have a little bit of seasoning. Okay. All right, now that we've gotten that done, we are going to make my horchata iced coffee, because you guys were really curious on what I've been drinking and how I make horchata iced coffee. So you guys remember I made 5 gallons of horchata like on Friday, I think it was the day that I made 5 gallons of horchata. Let me grab my charger, guys. My rice is right here. It's unplugged. It's nice and moist. Keep it covered so it doesn't dry out. I'm going to put it over here. I'm going to wipe everything down because we just had some chicken oatmeal over here. So yesterday when I was live, you guys were like, how do you make that iced coffee? And I'm like, let me show you. Let me show you. Let me not gatekeep. So all you need is horchata. You guys, I have my recipe on my page. So just go down a couple posts and it says strawberry horchata. But strawberry horchata is just regular horchata with strawberry added. So you'll see that. And then you're going to grab a cup. Let me grab a cup. Here, we'll use this one. Okay? We're going to grab a cup. I'll show you guys what coffee I use for my iced coffee. This is the coffee I use. They sell it at the grocery store now. It's from Mexico. But you can also use these coffees. They sell these at the grocery store too. These are instant espresso, and you can this will go in ice or cold, and they're like pre-measured portions. But I like my iced coffee to be a little different. So hold on. There's not much horchata left, but I was craving a little coffee, so this is all the horchata that's left from the other day that I made it. So I make horchata with the condensed milk and the evaporated milk. That way my horchata lasts longer in the fridge. It could literally last up to 7 days, but nobody will ever let it last 7 days. Like the amount of time that horchata lasts at my house is like 3 or 4 days. But if you use like whole, like gallon milk instead of evaporated milk, it does only last like 3 days max. Oh crap, I forgot that this thing comes off. Okay. I'm gonna mix it because when it gets down to the bottom like this, the like cinnamon and rice kind of like gets stuck down there. And this is like, I'm only making this because I'm craving it. So I'm going to go grab my, so what I do is I get one of these little squirty bottles, and I want mine to look cute. I don't know why when my food is cute, it makes me like feel more like excited to eat it. And my man, oh, I'm joking. Oh, not joking. But I have these little ice molds that I got on Shein, and these are like the teddy bear ice molds. And what I did was I got a little bit of water and I made an iced coffee and I put it in a squirt bottle and then I squirted it in here. And I need I know 2 bears is my iced coffee. So we're going to grab our 2 little bears. You could just do regular ice cubes and not do bears if you want. But like, how adorable. Look. Oh my, you guys share this video. Hi, Selena. Hi, Bitty Bitty Bum Bum. Don't think I forgot. Look at how adorable. Oh my, you guys have to share this video. Share this video for the teddy bears. Teddy bear iced coffee. Look. I'll make like a short reel on how to make this coffee if you guys want, so that I have 2 little ice cubes for tomorrow. But I won't have horchata tomorrow. So tomorrow I could just make like a regular. You could put these little teddy bears inside like milk, and then they'll like, instead of like diluting it with ice. All right, now we're gonna fill our cup with horchata. And the horchata already has milk and it already has flavoring and sugar, so you don't need to add anything. Sometimes I'll do this because I like the foam. I like the cold foam because I think it looks good. So sometimes I'll make the cold foam. So to make cold foam, you need like a whisk, heavy whipping cream that we have over here, a little bit of vanilla syrup, or you could just put sugar. I'm going to do some vanilla, and then a little bit of cinnamon because it's horchata flavored. Let me grab some cinnamon. And then I'm going to grab a little cup. I'm going to do like just a, I knew that wasn't going to go well. Okay. 1 squirt of vanilla sugar, because this is already sugary enough. You don't want to like over sweeten it. Some heavy whipping cream, or you could use milk or whatever, but we're going to make it like a foam. And then a little dash of cinnamon. Ooh, she's a barista. It looks delicious. It is delicious. And my little teddy bears are floating in there. And then you're going to whip it until it gets nice and foamy. Our chicken should be ready to turn here in a second. And then you're going to put that foamy part on top of there. And then because the coffee is in the ice cubes, it's going to start to dilute. It's going to start to do it. And then you have an horchata like latte. Horchata latte. And then you're going to grab a little straw. You're going to mix it up so that the coffee bears start to. And I'd like I kind of like nurse my coffee a little bit. And it tastes like you're drinking coffee. Horchata is so freaking good. That's what I was about to say. What did she say? What did Cheryl say? That does look pretty good. It's delicious. Whip it good. Ah! So yeah, this is how I make my coffee. How do you not get tired, amiga? I have a teen, a hubby, me. Girl, I'm always tired. What's for dinner? Oh, let's go, because my dinner's about to burn. Yo acá con el pinche café. But anyways, that's how I make my horchata latte. People are always like, what are you drinking? I like making fun drinks. And it's not low calorie, but I like to treat myself with something low calorie. All right, so now here's our chicken. Now we're going to leave it uncovered. I'm going to grab a... And that's not burnt. It's just a caramelized barbecue sauce. Okay? And now you're just going to let the chicken cook on the other side. And then we'll check the internal temperature. Let me get the veggies out for Fabian. Let's cut up the veg. Oh, you know what? I think I have zucchini and broccoli. I do. So I'm going to steam up some zucchini and broccoli for Fabian. Because he loves veggies. So let's do that while we... And I'm just going to steam them in the microwave. So let's go do that. I'll bring you guys over here. Hold on. I'm trying to find all my stuffies. Watch my chicken. Make sure it doesn't burn. And because we cooked it covered, it's going to be super juicy on the inside. But it's going to cook for like 3 or 4 minutes on the other side. And then we'll flip it again. And then it should be done. And then we'll... All right. All right, guys. So, and just like that, dinner's done. I always, when I get home from the grocery store, I always clean all my veggies before I put them in my fridge because, you know, they've been at a store, they've been touched, manhandled by people. But then I give them like a extra little clean before I cook them. But I always like clean them with vegetable and with white vinegar. That's what it is. Pretty much that's what it is. Okay, I'm going to turn down my chicken so it doesn't burn. Then these are going to go in the microwave. Let me grab a bowl. Fabian! He's going to come over here. Fabian! Dinner's going to be ready. That's the one thing, you guys, that like I feel very blessed about with Fabian, because I'm in a lot of groups for moms with children with autism, and their biggest concern is always that they don't really eat very healthy. They really enjoy processed foods. But I think because Fabian, we never gave him the option. Like, processed foods are a great treat, but we never gave him the option to like only eat processed foods. And I know like they don't like this. Like a lot of moms message me and they're like, I know, but I try. And I'm like, but guess what? When you're hungry, you will eat. And he's always just really enjoyed veggies. They're steamed, crunchy, salad. I realized at a young age with him, he really liked crunchy foods. So that's how I really focused on getting him with veggies. Like I would give him carrot sticks. I would give him celery. I would give him, what else? Carrot sticks, celery, cucumbers, watermelon, crunchy foods. And he always did really well with the crunchier foods. Okay, I'm going to go take here, we'll go together. I'm going to take the temperature of the inside of the chicken. Every time I make this chicken, everybody when I'm live, they're like, it's burnt. I'm like, well, it's barbecue sauce. And has sugar, so it caramelizes and it gets darker. Then I like to sprinkle like a little bit of seasoning over my... garlic. I just do like the garlic salt, just a little bit, and then I cover it. I'll cover it with some saran wrap, and then I'll just throw it in the microwave for like 3 or 4 minutes. And then it's ready. Fabian! Sorry guys, if it seems like I'm rushed, I am, because I have goodie bags to make for tomorrow. Fabian's having a party group, like a dance, but they're not gonna dance. It's just like a hangout. Thanks to you guys, and the moms, because they had a bake sale, but I sold theirs. They were like, how are you gonna fundraise? And I'm like, look, girl, as much as I want to have a bake sale with you guys, I'm not. Like, I have to work on the weekends. Like, I can't be bake selling it, but I can do something on my own to contribute. And so we were able to contribute almost $500. Go girl. Yeah, so me and the moms are gonna meet up, and we're gonna make little candy bags and snack bags for them. And then we ordered them pizza from Paddington's. And then they're gonna have like a little DJ come play music for them. The kids that are sensitive, we're gonna put headphones on them. Yes, nice day tomorrow. Yeah, he's gonna have fun. Fabian, dinner's gonna be ready. All right, let's check the internal temperature of our chicken. Like, I actually have a legit fear of making my family sick with like food. So I like always like follow like restaurant style guidelines for food. So I'm going to grab the thickest piece of chicken, which I think is this one. And I'm going to grab my thermometer. Okay. And you're going to put it at the thickest part of the meat. And make sure it doesn't come out the other side. And you want it to be at least 167 degrees. And it'll always go straight up to like 190, 180. So you really got to let it kind of sit outside the heat for a second. Yeah, it's not dropping. So it's 190. So it's safe to eat now. Okay. So let me take these out. You ready to eat, Papa? You ready to eat? Ready to rumble? How was school lunch today? Did you eat it all? What was your favorite part? Fabian, do you want to come say hi to the amiga? So here's our chicken. Fabian doesn't want sticky rice, huh, Fabian? All right, let me put the rest of the chicken on, because later Julian will get home, and then his girlfriend will come over, and then they'll eat dinner. Don't touch it, it's hot, okay? Okay, just gonna put this chicken down. I'm gonna turn it up again, and I'm gonna cover it. I'm gonna wash my hands really quick, guys. Say hi, amiga. Hi. Say it's me. Baby Angel got you. Tell them there's no school tomorrow, guys. Yeah. Yeah. Hold on, you guys. Baby wants to say hi. Hi. Well, they can't see you. Hold on. The phone's over there. He thinks the phone's over here. Hold on, baby. I'm washing my hands because I just touched that chicken. So I just checked the thickest part of the chicken. He'll come over here and say hi. Baby, come say hi. All right, we're going to cut the chicken for us. Oh, he's right here. Sorry. Are you snacking already? What do you say? Say hi. Hi. What are you eating? What are those? You didn't even offer the amigas any? You're so rude. Why didn't you say, you guys want one?
Guys want one?
Okay, let's cut your chicken. Okay. Look it! You're a cat. Say meow. Did they just make you a cat? Say, what was that?
What was that?
He's so, thank you, Fred. That was so sweet. Okay. Okay, so here's a chicken. Fabian, which piece of chicken do you want? Which one? So just one piece of chicken? Yeah. Okay. One chicken breast? Yeah. And because we steamed that chicken, look how juicy it is on the inside. Look. Look here, hold on, let me squeeze it. Okay, ready? Ready? See? Like, it's not all dry, like it's dripping. So steaming it, like cooking it covered is like the way to go. There's that Fabian's piece of chicken. Fabian, wash up! For me, like, honestly, you guys, it's really important that Fabian experiences every food group, like the protein, the carb, and the veggies. because I feel like, honestly, our eating habits as children, like, they're the eating habits that follow us into adulthood. And our children are like, thank you for activating the star party. Yes, the chicken's delicious. I got a little bit on my finger. Okay, the veggies are about to come out. Let me grab the pasta salad. Oh shoot, let me turn down the chicken. All right, here's the pasta salad. It was chilling. It looks a lot stiffer now. It, like, even just like that little, like, 20 minutes of chilling really makes a difference. And then here's the veggies. We'll go there. Ready, Fabian? Fabian? Like, ¿cómo chingas, güey? My steamed veggies are nice and hot. Nice and cooked. Here's our steamed veggies. Let me grab another tong. And I'm gonna toss the veggies so that, like, that little bit of sprinkling seasoning kind of gets on all of them. He likes more broccoli than he does. Baby, you want me to put a little bit of butter on top of your veggies?
Yeah.
How does your plate look?
Why you put just one?
One what? It is just one. One chicken breast. See? There's 3. There's 4, and this is 1. This is Fabian's plate. Hold on, let me put a little. He likes a little bit of butter on his veggies. Say, amigas, you guys want to come eat dinner?
Eat dinner?
Say, you guys are welcome to come. To come eat dinner with Fabian.
Dinner with Fabian.
Say, come eat dinner. Chicken dinner. Winner, chicken. Huh? Okay, wash your hands. And I'm just going to slice a little piece of butter. I don't like to put a lot of butter on his food. So I just slice like a little slice of butter like that. And then there's Fabian's dinner. He's having Japanese grill barbecue chicken, a little bit of mac pasta salad. Thank you for the stars, amiga. And some green veggies. That's for Fabian. And I'm going to show you guys how I eat. Yes. You guys, we just made a whole ass restaurant style meal in, like, how long has it been? I was hoping to do makeup live tonight, but then I was like, we'll do it tomorrow, because tomorrow Fabian will be at group all day. And I'm not going to be there with him till later, so we can. I got, like, smoke in my mouth. Okay. So here's our Japanese style. Here's our sushi rice. Would you guys eat this meal? Just asking for a friend. 30 minutes. We just made Japanese barbecue style chicken, Hawaiian mac salad, rice, and veggies in 30 minutes. Come on, guys. There's no reason to eat. Como, what do they call it? Charango? Charango? I love Japanese. Your dinner's right there, Papa. And there's sweet tea in the fridge if you want some. Okay, so I'm going to grab a little bit of rice. There's my sushi rice, just a little bit, because I do want that mac salad looks really good. I don't typically eat mac salad, but I want to today. And remember, you guys, do not keep your rice out. Like, once it cools down to room temperature, put it away, because botulism is a thing. People be losing their lives to botulism. Huh, Fabian? All right, and then I'm going to cut my... Oh, wait. Oh, I have to use a different tong because I just flipped raw chicken. Tell the amigas, thank you for joining me for dinner. Every time I uncover the chicken, I get that like whiff of smoke. All right, I'm gonna do this piece of chicken. Yes, I would. What did you season your chicken with? So the chicken is lightly seasoned with just like an all-purpose seasoning, and then I marinated it in. Here, I'll show you what it's called. I got it at Costco. Jose really likes it. It's Japanese barbecue sauce. It looks like this. So I marinate it overnight in this barbecue sauce and then I don't put any seasoning. I just throw this in a bag with the chicken. Put it in the fridge, let it marinate. If you could marinate it for at least 3 hours, that's good. But if you can, overnight, because then it'll have a lot of flavor. And then when I put it on the grill pan, I seasoned it lightly with the all-purpose seasoning because I don't put any salt in it. All right, and then I put my chicken over my rice. Fabian doesn't like it like this.
Because it's too much.
He says because it's too much. You hear him? And I have to eat way more protein. So I put my chicken over my rice. What ingredients did you use for the macaroni salad? If you watch the replay, it's all in there, but it's heavy whipping cream, sea salt, garlic powder, a little bit of white wine vinegar, a lot of pepper, a grated frozen onion, and a little bit of sugar. And then mayo. And then you're going to want to do it. Oh, and then the noodles have to be a little overcooked. That's the tip. A little overcooked noodles. And then the noodles a tiny bit overcooked. And then just mix it all together, put it in the fridge, and let it marinate. Here is my dinner. So we have sushi rice with chicken, a little, like about half a cup of macaroni salad, and then some steamed veggies. And this is what me and Fabian are having for dinner. Fabian asked me to make dinner because I haven't been making dinner because his daddy's gone, right, Fabian? Where did your daddy go? God damn him. Right, Fabian? Why he gotta work? Sorry guys, I'm just getting the chicken that I left on the grill off. And then for my drink, it's gonna be look at the iced coffee. So here's the horchata, here's the milk and the coffee, and then when you mix it, it's gonna get really dark because those little teddy bears are starting to melt, and they're gonna make it more icy. You make chef. I just really enjoy making my family like balanced, healthy meals. Here, let's try it. Oh, and then I check the temperature of our chicken. So I always grab chicken and some sushi rice. Hold on. Some mac salad. Can I move in? Yeah, do you want a room? Do you want a couch? What do you want, from? You can sleep in between me and Jose. We can cuddle. If you got a husband, bring him too. He can cuddle with all of us. The bear molds, I got them on Shein. Just look up silicone ice cube molds, and then a bunch of shapes will come up. So good, guys. The veggies are like cooked, but they're still a little crunchy, just like I like them. I cover them in saran wrap, put them in the microwave, cut them up, wash them, put a little bit of just garlic salt, and put them in the microwave for 4 minutes, and they come out perfect every time. Make a reel for the molds. I won't, friend. Sucks. What sucks, friend? I'm telling you guys, if I decide to do this little retreat that I'm like going to start thinking about seriously, I'm going to meet with event planner. I also want to do like a cooking moment because I honestly think that I do, food inspires me. It's taken me a long time. Oh, I'm like, what's up? My food? It's so good, you guys. It's so healthy. Fabian, let's go look at how much Fabian's eating. How's dinner looking? You want a spoon for your mashed salad? Yeah?
Oh, spoon.
Okay. Yummy? And you guys, honestly, also like having Fabian and finding meals for him. Fabian, do you like Mexican food?
No.
Do you like Japanese food? Yes. Do you like American food?
Yeah.
Do you like pasta? But Fabian does not like Mexican food. So I have to find different foods for him to try. And so me learning how to cook the different foods for him has made the difference. He's gonna come over here and bring his plate. He always brings his plate. Watch. Like learning to cook different foods that Fabian likes has been really important because Fabian's a very picky eater, right, Fabian?
Yeah.
Do you like steak?
Yeah.
What about grilled chicken? I just need one bite. Okay, friend, hold on. Let me get you a little bit of everything. Open up. Abre la boca. Say, ah. My oh, your arthritis tulip. I'm so sorry, friend. I hate the stems to it. So this is your dinner. Fabian, what time are the moms gonna get here? Oh, at 7.
What?
Moms. At 7. They said we meet at 7. Nothing. I know, friend. Honestly, I know there are days that Fabian doesn't feel that great because he sleeps a lot. So I get it. How was it?
Good.
What do you think? How many stars?
10.
Okay, thank you. Oh, you forgot your cup? Tell the amigas. Tell amigas how dinner was.
Good.
Show them with your hands. Say, hey, come say bye. Don't be rude.
Bye.
Come say bye. Be polite. Say bye, amigas.
Bye.
Say bye, amigas.
Bye.
Where are you going to go hang out in your room? We heard the moms are coming. He thinks that the kids are coming with them. They're not. Always like trying to go to his room. He always has to put his dish in the sink. Oh my gosh, that was so good, guys. Now I gotta clean up. Oh, and this is how much chicken I have left. So right now when Julian and his girlfriend and Isaiah come out, it's super easy, guys. Just marinate your chicken ahead of time. My sink is full of dishes. That's driving me nuts too. But just marinate your chicken ahead of time. And honestly, if you could make your pasta earlier in the day too. Yummy. Yeah, it's really good. I think the time I realized that I was a good cook was when my mom asked me to make her something. Hi, Ashley. When my mom was like, Mija, me haces, what did she ask me to make her? Fish tacos. Mother's Day. I'm gonna make her fish tacos. She just asked me a couple days ago to make her fish tacos. This is my first like solid meal because in the morning before like I get up, I take my detox, I drink a big old glass of water like this size. Like that's the first thing I do is drink a glass of water this big, like restaurant glass of water. And then I do not eat anything until noon. Then I make myself a protein shake. I go to the gym. That's my like first meal. And then this is my like solid meal. And then before bed, I'll have like a small snack. Not before bed, but like later in the evening. Thank you, friend. Yeah. When my mom asked me, because my mom used to be, I don't know about if you guys like, if you're Mexican or you don't even have to be Mexican to have a mom like this. I have the kind of mom that like, if you're in her kitchen, she'll be like, that's not how you do it. You're using the wrong pan. That's the egg pan. And that's my rice pan. I remember being a little kid and being like, honestly, when I get older, I'm not going to have a rice pan or an egg. Luna! I'm not going to have a rice pan or an egg pan or none of that. I'm just going to have regular pans. My kids are... Girl, I had no idea. No idea at all. Okay? I became my mom. Like, I have a rice... Let me show you guys my rice pan, okay? This is my rice pan. The only thing that people can make in this pan is rice. Hi, Rhonda. Hi, friend. How are you? Good? I'm great, amiga. This is my rice pan. This is my refried bean pan. This is my casserole pan. This is the only nonstick pan that I own, other than this is my egg pan. This is the only pan I can make eggs. Like, I'm literally her. I'm like, oh my gosh, I never wanted to be her. But honestly, my mom was really mean. Like, my mom was a very mean mom. She was very, like, anal, like, very naggy, very, like, all of that. But, oh, and then I have my caldo pan. This is my caldo pan. This is like for making caldos and soups. The only one I'll use. Then I have my grill pan for grilling meat. So like, yeah, I became my mom. And I'm like, when did this happen? But my mom, like growing up, she was very mean and very naggy. And now I look back and I can give her grace because I think about the fact that she was raised in a household with 13 other children. She said that my grandmother had one child every year. I'm my mother after all. That part, Fred. I need a t-shirt that says that. But like, my mom's a clean lady. She always fed us healthy meals. The only thing I feel like and still to this day, I argue with her about this because like, I'm full. I'm done, you guys. Like, I'm done. My mom used to make us feel like we had to finish every bite on our food, which made me have a really unhealthy relationship with food. I always felt like I had to finish all the food. I had to literally lick the plate. And I've learned that like, it's okay for your body to tell you I'm full, like I'm done. And you just are done, you know? Like, my kids don't have to finish everything, but they have to try everything on their plate. And I think that was like the only difference between me and my mom. But I understand because when she was growing up, she had 13 siblings. My grandmother had another child every year. And my mom said like they all ate like sopitas and frijolitos and like nopales and veggies, like the things that grew because my grandpa had a farm. And so they all ate those things, but they all got such little portions that they would always finish everything on their plate. Like, you didn't even have to be forced. Like, they weren't like starving, but they were hungry because, you know, like you're sharing a little bit of food with a lot of people. And so for her, Like, how ungrateful are we that we have plates full of food and we're not finishing them? And so for her, it was always like, oh, finish your food, finish all your food, finish your food. And let me tell you guys, do the beans, yes, they taste different in the bean pot and the clay pot, because I grew up like my mom making our beans always in a clay pot, so they taste like how my mom makes them. And I know, like, literally thinking about this, like, brings, like, it makes me want to cry. But, like, one day my mom's not going to be here. So I'm so thankful that I'm able to cook like her, so that I'm able to experience her when she's not here. And, like, just the thought of not having my mom one day, like literally makes me, like, want to cry. And I'm telling you, like, my mom and I weren't like, we've never been like this. Like, my mom has always been, my mom's muy persinada, you guys. My mom is very religious. Everything I do is a sin. Girl, I showed my whole nipple yesterday, okay? Everything I do is a sin. But I think after losing my dad, she realized that, like, it's important for us to understand each other, her to understand me, and me to understand her, you know? And so I think, yeah. My mom fed me. Yes, yes. So for me, it's been so important to have like a super healthy relationship with her, because I feel like though we've never been able to connect, that doesn't mean that we, like, my mom's always judged me. My mom's always like, "Hi, Rosalie, no hagas esto, no hagas esto." Like, my mom has always been really hard on me, but I've always wanted to love my mom, you know? And so I've never been, like, let me tell you guys, when me and my sister were in high school, we were being very promiscuous girls, you know? And we went to the Planned Parenthood it happens to be down the street from our high school, and like they would give us like contraception and condoms and stuff. And my mom found them one day, and we got home from school, because she was like the kind of mom that, right there with you, girl. Yeah, she was the kind of mom that would like clean your room for you and like put things away. And so that day she was cleaning our room, and we hid the little bag of condoms, and we were just going to give them to our friends for Valentine's Day, inside a little Valentine's Day card with like a lollipop stuck to them, and be like, "You better lollipop it up," you know? And my sister and I thought it would be a funny prank. And you guys, I actually have to tell you guys about my high school prank that I did on all the mean girls that bullied me, but I feel like I'm not ready to go that deep yet to tell you guys all my truths. But so we went to the Planned Parenthood. We asked them for condoms. They gave us like a little paper sack full of condoms, and we put them under our mattress. And it just happened to be that day my mom decided to clean her room. I'm not sure how I've become the best mom to my kids. You know why, friend? You became the best mom to your kids because you modeled the mom you wanted to have. That's how you become the best mom to your kids. You modeling what you wish you had. So there's two types of people. There are the kind of people who blame their parents for everything and just continue that unhealthy cycle. And then they blame their parents. "Oh, I didn't know. My parents never taught me." Or "I didn't know because my mom was mean to me." Or "I didn't know because my mom didn't hug me." Or "I didn't hug you because my mom never told me she loved me." "I didn't tell you I loved you because she never told me." Like, there's those kind of people. And they're the kind of people that are like, "I'm going to do everything that I wish my mom would have done for me, for my kids." And I guarantee you that there's something that we missed out on for our kids, you know? Like, one day my son's going to be on Facebook Live when I'm old, toda más closer to the ground than up here. And he's going to be like, "God, I really wish my mom would have done this," you know? So there's two types of people. They're the type of people who blame, and they're the type of people who model. I've always wanted to model. Like, I remember when my ex-husband put me in the hospital, and my dad picked me up from the hospital that day, and I was wearing paper clothes. And, okay, I just got a text that they're running late. That my dad, I called my dad because I didn't know who else to call. And he picked me up, and I was wearing paper clothes. And I looked at my dad. My dad had never in his whole life, my dad never told us he loved us, never hugged us, never anything, never kissed us on the cheek, nothing. It was just strictly, "I provide for you, so therefore I love you," you know? And that night, I decided that I was going to start that relationship with my dad that I wanted, that I was going to model what I wanted. So I started telling him I loved him. And every time I left the house, and I'd hug him and give him a kiss on the cheek and say, bye, Dad, I love you. And at first, I remember the first time I hugged my dad and like told him I loved him, his body was like stiff. Like he was like uncomfortable. And I just kind of like in my mind, I like kind of laughed like, oh my God, I just made my dad uncomfortable, you know? And then the more I did it, to where like if I didn't hug him and say goodbye, like he would literally call me and be like, Mija, are you mad at me? Why, Dad? Oh, because you didn't say goodbye. He never said you didn't hug me or you didn't kiss me. He'd always say, you didn't say goodbye. And I'd be like, oh, Dad, I'm so sorry. I left in a hurry, but I love you, okay? And he'd be like, okay, Mija. Like, it became like, as an adult, like as a 20-year-old woman, that my dad was seeking the love that I was giving. So I modeled for them what I wanted for them until it became comfortable for them, if that makes sense. And with my kids, every time they leave, I love you. Every time we wake up, good morning, I love you, kiss on the cheek, hug, like, you know, I can't be like, yeah, I healed my inner child, but I feel like I'm still healing that inner child. I mean, that's why do you guys understand why adults want toys? Like why you want Hello Kitty, why you want Powerpuff Girls, why you want to get on a trampoline and jump with your kids is because that's like the little girl you that didn't get to experience that, you know? So as an adult, you can heal that. You can heal that so that you feel like fulfilled in your life. And so your children feel fulfilled in theirs watching you heal, you know? And that way you stop that cycle because somebody has to stop it, right? Like you hear people all the time, oh, well, I didn't brush her hair because my mom never brushed my hair. Or you could be the kind of mom that's like, I'm going to brush her hair because my mom never brushed my hair. And I always really wish that she would brush my hair and ask me how my day was. And I wish she would have gotten me ready for prom and helped me pick out my dress. You know, like that's the kind of person I wanted. So that's what I'm going to model. I don't know. Motivational speaker. I don't know. But it's true. It's been a long time that I've had relationships with other women who have bad relationships with their mothers and fathers. And it breaks my heart because I would do anything in this world to have my dad here, you know? I grew up in a cycle of, and for my dad. Yeah, me too, friend. Me too. My dad would come home from work and he would be tired and I would make my sister cry and I would get yelled at. I would get spanked with a belt, but it wasn't just a regular belt. It was like a Mexican dad belt. The kind of belt that like, you know, an animal once wore that skin, you know, or like it would be like a chancla that was made out of a tire. Like, and it wasn't just like a tap on the butt. It was like a whoosh. But I feel like I can't, like my parents weren't raised now. Like they were raised then. Like I can't be mad at them for how they were raised, you know, like I just have to do better. And I try so hard to be the best mom I can and be the parent. Yeah, because I'm not going to spend my whole life blaming people for what I didn't get. I'm going to seek what I didn't get and I'm going to give it to other people, you know? My grandma was like that with me. She raised me, but my ex-husband taught me to hug and say, I love you. When I met Jose, he wouldn't hold my hand. And I just like grabbed his hand one day and started holding it. And to this day, whenever we're at the store, like we're holding hands, you know? Because I want that. So, hi, Jamie. So like, how am I going to be like, I want this and not give it? You got to give what you want, you know? Back then. Yeah. Like my dad came home. Yeah. Like my dad would come home from work tired. Girl, he was a roofer. He worked in the reforestation. Like his whole life, he worked with his body and his hands. Like the last thing he wanted when he came home was kids screaming and fighting. And the only thing he knew was anger and violence because that's what he grew up with. So he didn't have the opportunity to model what he wanted. So I modeled for him, what I needed as a daughter. I miss my dad too. Oh, girl, every day. Every day I'm like, And I was an awful kid, guys. Like, I was the girl, look, I'm not giving my dad an out, but I'm giving him an out. Like, I was traviesa. I was very promiscuous. Like, I know now why, because I was violated by a family member at a younger age. But I was very young, very angry, very promiscuous, very everything. Okay. So he just dealt with me how he knew how. And that was with anger and violence. And I deal with my kids how I know how, you know? Yeah. You're the best, Rosalie. I'm so proud of you. No, it's not about being proud. It's just like, how do you heal if you continue the cycle? You know what I mean? It's a cycle. Like, what is it they say? The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over and over and expecting different results. So you stop doing the same thing over and over and you stop getting the same results. Like, you get different results. You heal different. And I'm telling you, I was pregnant with him at 17 and I had him at 18. Like, there are things that I did to him growing up with him that I'm going to have to apologize for one day. I don't know what they are. He's going to have to come to me when that time comes and tell me, like, Mom, like, I wish you would have done more of this. Like, I wish you would have been more of this, because we grew up together, you know, and I'm ready for that conversation. If anything, I'm willing to hear him out and apologize because we grew up together, you know? Yes, it's a process. It's a forever process. Like, our parents did better than their parents, and I'm doing better than my parents, and I hope to God my kids do better than I did, you know? Yeah. And I'm sorry you went through that. I had an emotional until I was 30. Yeah. Yeah. And I think also knowing, like, my dad's story, like, when I was little and he'd drink, he would tell us all, like, he would literally be like, Mija. He would, like, get home, he'd be tired, he'd get a little 12-pack, and he'd finish it, and he'd be like, Mija, come sit with me. And I'd be like, okay, Dad. And he would tell me his life story. And I remember just feeling so sad for him, because I was like, oh my gosh. And feeling so lucky that I had him as my dad. And whether or not I got the love that I needed, I always had everything I needed, you know? Anyways, I better go before my co-moms get here and I'm all llorona. But I don't know. I just think it's, like, really important to realize that, like, we can't sit around and blame everyone else for the things that we do. We gotta, like, I've been through shit, and I had a part in the shit that I've been through because I sat around in shit, and I expected to not, like, spread the shit everywhere I went because I sat in it, you know? Like, oh, why do I smell like shit? Well, girl, because you're sitting in it, you know? Like, it's like that. Like, you have to, okay, like, this happened to me. What part did I play? And what did I learn? Okay, so I'm not doing that again, you know? I love you. I love you guys. Oh my gosh. Anyways, a little, and you know, like, there are a lot of people out there that, like, get close to God or get close to their family or get close to, I got close to me. I got to understand me and say, like, okay, Rosalie, like, you're not all the way broken, but you're a little broken. So let's just, like, glue you back together. There might be little scars, but you're going to be fine, you know? And give yourself permission. My son told me how I was abusive to him and spanking him for the little things, right? Like, there are things that we don't even think. Like, I honestly, like, think about it and I'm like, oh my gosh, Julia had such a good life. Like, he's 20 years old. He's been to Disneyland 5 times. I went to Disneyland 0 times. He's always had everything he needed and wanted, but I'm sure there's something that I failed in. And when that time comes that he wants to share that with me and tell me, like, Mom, I really wish you and I would have spent more time together alone. Or I really wish that you would have told me what you went through. Because I think now he's 20, so now he knows. He's almost 21. Now he knows what I went through. But I didn't share with him. Like, my relationship with his biological father was not his relationship with his biological father. So I've always been the kind of person that believes that just because you were really awful to me doesn't mean you have to be awful to your children, right? So giving those chances. He didn't take those chances, and that was his problem, but I gave those chances. And you know what? I gave those chances because I wanted Julian to know. Like, Julian remembers that, like, I, would, like, call Dennis and be like, like, and Dennis wouldn't show up. Like, there's this one thing, and maybe it's not for me to share, but I'm gonna share it. This is what he's gonna come to me and say later: Mom, you shared too much about me. He doesn't care. Like, we always talk about, like, if I bothers him, and he's like, no, he's like, I just don't want to be the one talking on the camera. I'm like, okay. But he tells me that the one time that he just felt like very, like, invisible, it was the word he used, was when he was about 8 or 9. We were at Walmart. It was me, Jose, and him. I was pregnant with Fabian. So yeah, he was about 8. And we literally walked into him. I love your realness. Oh, thanks, Fred. We literally walked into Dennis. Like, this is Julian, like, little kid. And then this is Dennis. And then Dennis just looked, and they knew what they looked like because they had seen each other, in life. Like, it's not like he's a complete stranger. And then Julian looked up at him, and he looked at Julian. And instead of, like, giving his son a hug and being like, oh, hey, Rosalie, how are you? Or, hey, Dennis. Or, hey, Jose, how are you? Like, because we don't have beef like that. Like, we got chicken, but we ain't got beef, I think that his beef with me is always that I am very open about what I went through with him. And I know that that's always bothered him, but it's my story. Like, it's what I went through. So we had this conversation, him and I, back in the day before he blocked me, because I told my story publicly. I told him, you have a right to go live and say what I put you through, just like I have a right to go live and say what you put me through. So you don't get to tell me, okay, 20 minutes away. Sorry, the moms are texting me. You don't get to tell me that I don't get to tell my story. Like, if you don't want me to have a story to tell, then don't put people through shit so they have a story to tell. Like, everybody has a right to tell their story because they experienced it. And he has a right to go live and be like, you know what? My wife was a hoe. I wasn't, but I kind of was at the end of it, but So they walked into each other. Here's Dennis. Here's Julian. Julian looks up at him. Dennis looks down at him. And instead of giving his son a hug and, like, saying hello, he literally put his head down and walked away. And I think that was, like, a very life-changing moment for him. We've had that conversation, and he told me, like, that hurt me because you didn't stop him. You didn't grab me and say, don't look at him, like, yeah. If you need to talk, oh, you guys are so sweet. I honestly, I'm so much in my healing era that, like, I talk to my dad. I know it sounds like they're like, girl, your dad's passed away, but I talk to him. Like, I talk to him like he's here. One day Jose is like, who are you talking to? And I'm like, I'm just talking to my dad. And he's like, looked at me. He goes, you see your dad? And I'm like, no, I don't see him. I just talk to him like as if he was here. And I think that's been very, like, because I just talk to him like he's here, like he's always around me. I hope he's not around when I'm doing, like, the things that dads shouldn't see their daughters doing, but, like, I just talk to him like he's there. Like I'm like, Dad, like, I really wish you were here. Like, I have the video that I posted that I made for him, like, a few weeks ago, where I'm just telling him, like, all the things that have happened since he's been gone, and I can't edit it because I literally can't even watch it. But it's so, like, healing to have it on my phone, And there'll be a day that I'm not here anymore, and that maybe my kids will find that video, and they'll be like, oh shit, like, this is awesome, Like, maybe it inspires someone else, because it has, like, really, like, I cry because I miss him, not because I'm mad anymore, because, like, why do I not get to have a dad here? And I had a crappy relationship with my dad, like, almost all my life, but I worked on that as an adult, and we became best friends, and we forgave each other, and we moved on, You're gonna make me cry. And I find it, like, so strange that, like, There are two type of people, the kind of people who are so mad because they didn't have the relationship they desired with their parent that they continue to hold that grudge and be angry with them. And the kind of people that are like me that like just wanted a little more time so that they could build more, you know? Too bad my mom is very fresh and not being, yeah. Hi, Nancy. 40 years ago, and I still talk to him. I talk to my dad all the time. I was like a little scared because, you know, he's had to get me out of some rough mental patches, like, in my life. Like, my husband literally stopped me from taking my own life. So he's, it kind of freaks him out. I know it does, but I tell him, like, I'm 100% know that my dad's not listening, or maybe he is, but, like, I'm just saying what I gotta say so that I get it out and it's not, like, bottled up, you know? So thank you, Lisa. Hello, Patricia. Anyways, I'm going to go, you guys, because the teachers are going to get here and they're going to be like, why Rosalie cry? They're going to be all awkward. So I'm going to give myself like a good, like 10 minutes to clean my kitchen a little, put everything away, and then get the living room ready so that we can all sit. I relate to you so much. My goodness, I feel your pain. But it's like, it's more sadness than pain. Is that weird? Because it's not like I'm in so much pain. It's almost like this like eternal like sadness. Like, it's not like a black room, it's like a gloomy room, you know? You got me crying. I miss my mom, and just my mom just sending strength. Yeah, I mean, there's always like, even if you have the worst relationship with your mom, they're a part of who you are. They're literally physically a part of you, you know? And did you guys know that you chose your parents? Like, you yourself chose your parents. There's this doctor, he's past life regression therapist. He's on TikTok. Maybe I could find him. I have a couple of his things saved. Let me play one. He's like helped me so much. And actually my therapist told me like, you should he has a book as well. I haven't bought the book, but whenever I'm sad, like hopefully I'm logged in. Yes, I am. Am I logged in? Whenever I'm sad, I just like watch his videos, but he's literally like a doctor, like of science. And he talks about like past life and like the things that we've lived. And, hold on, let me see if I could find it. He's so good. And so if you're ever grieving and you want to feel good, like my biggest fear was always like dying or like losing someone that I love. And, he's kind of like taken that fear away from me. Where is he? Okay, this one.
Actually now know what happens when you die. Yep. There were studies done where they brought people into hypnosis.
Hold on. Let's start it
over.
And
then here's how they... Wait, so we actually now know what happens when you die? Yep. There were studies done where they brought people into hypnosis, and here's how they described what death is like. First, they would describe floating above their body and being a little bit shook. Like, wait, I'm dead? And they look down and they actually see their body. At this point, whatever their belief is very important, because if they believe death is absolutely nothing, they're going to be a little bit confused. And the first thing they realize is that free will still exists in this sort of state. So you're still on Earth, you're just kind of floating around. Which means that, yes, most people go to their own funeral. They actually go to their memorial service and listen to what people have to say about them. Why? I mean, wouldn't you? If you had free will, wouldn't you be curious about what people were saying at your funeral? And because you have free will, you can hang out here as long as you want. But eventually, everyone goes through the infamous Tunnel of Light. The Tunnel of Light is described as a portal, almost like a highway into another dimension. And this other place that they go is described as the spirit realm. This is where souls go after they pass away. A heavenly light place, much, much better than Earth. And in fact, described as much more real than Earth. And the very first thing people do when they get there, party. They have this big old celebration with all their soul family, all these souls they've known for many, many lifetimes. They describe it as the most incredible experience they've ever had. In fact, while they're describing this experience, usually during hypnosis, they are literally crying. They're like, finally, I'm home. But on a side note, check out that spirit realm jean dress. Here's where things start to get interesting. Also,
I'll tell you
free will here, so you can do whatever you want. People are described as recreating their childhood homes and reconnecting with souls they've known for a really long time. There's also some intimacy. And I mean like much more than Earth. When you meet one of your soulmates, you can merge with them. You get all up in their business, think of it like the best hug ever. But here's the cool part. When you're doing this mergy soul hug, you're actually able to see their lifetimes. So it's like this intimate experience where you can like enter their consciousness. After that, they describe going to this library, essentially this place where they review their last life. How did I do in my last life? Did I learn some lessons? Did I grow? Did I evolve? Did I not? Because there's a lot of planning that goes into each life, so now it's time to review it. They describe being able to open these books and you go into them, like a book of your life. And you can go to any point in your life, you can see it from above, or you can see it from your actual eyeballs, and you witness again to learn from it. When they're describing this part, it sounds like they're trying to describe technology that doesn't exist. Like if someone 2,000 years ago is trying to describe an iPhone or an airplane. So after this, maybe you do this again, but eventually you're given the opportunity to choose your next life. You get to choose where you're born, when you're born, you choose your parents, you choose if you're going to meet your soulmate, you make all these things called soul agreements. So that this next life is going to be a life that you're going to evolve and grow. So what do you need to learn in this next life? You're going to set that up for yourself through these soul agreements or soul contracts. Keeping in mind you do have free will, so you don't have to do them. But a soul agreement might be to meet your soulmate at a specific place. Oh, also you have this soul family that you travel through time with, so you're going to go back into Earth with a group of souls, like around 15 souls, to like your best friends, soulmate vibe, family members you absolutely love. They might be different roles in each life, but you travel through time with these different souls. There's also an interesting technology that's described in this part, which is where you can look into a potential future life. Like you have multiple options, like those parents, they're about to have a kid. And you can project yourself and kind of see what that life most likely will be like. Granted, the future hasn't been written yet, so it's like kind of an estimation. And when they do that, they usually say that, yeah, they then choose it based on that. And once they choose the life, guess what happens? Back to Earth we go. That is if you chose Earth as the planet you want to be born on. At this point, they describe actually there's a process where the soul merges with the body of the baby. There's like a two become one sort of merging thing that then, of course, when you die, it unmerges. But yeah, I thought this whole process was pretty interesting, pretty cool. But all of this was described by people under hypnosis. It's called past life regression hypnotherapy, essentially where you bring someone into a past life using hypnosis. And when they describe how they died in that past life, this is what they say. It doesn't matter what they believe in waking world, they talk about it in this exact same way. And this didn't just happen once. Like we're talking thousands and thousands and thousands of times. The Newton Institute alone did 70,000 studies on this. Everyone continuously describes this spirit realm after this human experience. If you have any questions, I would absolutely
He's so
love
good,
to
you guys.
answer.
He's helped me grieve my dad so much more. His name is Michael Armstrong. And he literally talks about, like, you know how people say there's like heaven and then there's, well, this is like heaven. Like, he's like, it feels so good there. You're like home. That's your heaven. Like, you're with people that love you. That's heaven. And then he describes like, oh crap, hold on. Like, I saved all of these. Do bad people go to heaven?
What happens to bad people when they die? Because according to data-driven research, we know now what happens when you die. And this is based off thousands and thousands of studies. You float above your body, you go through that tunnel of light, you have a beautiful soul family reunion of souls that you absolutely loved in multiple lifetimes.
I'm crying, so she's upset.
Absolutely amazing. You find those soulmates, you review the life you just lived, you choose another life, and you come back and do it again. But what happens to people who are bad is a good question. And the answer is a bit surprising. And keep in mind, by bad, I mean like bad, like truly evil people. When someone like this dies, they go to the spirit realm just like anyone else. However, they aren't allowed to be around other souls. So they're taken to a place of isolation.
Before the moms
by
come,
their spirit
okay.
guide. Essentially, their soul is damaged. So a soul isn't inherently...
It's only two moms. They're my friends,
acts
so...
that a human does during their lifetime that imprints upon the soul. The actions that you do in life do have an effect on your soul. It's at this point that the soul realizes what they've done, that they kind of messed up in life. They gave other beautiful souls terrible experiences in life, and that's not something that you want attached to your soul. Now, the interesting thing here is that punishment doesn't exist in the spirit realm, but they are held accountable for their actions. This place of isolation is more for soul rehabilitation. There's intensive learning and restructuring of self-awareness, all done under close supervision by their spirit guides. So the soul itself wants to make it right. The soul doesn't want to live for all of eternity having been an absolutely terrible person. So a part of this rehabilitation process might be them experiencing the pain they inflicted upon others to learn and grow from it. Or that soul might choose to have a human life where what happens to them in that life is what they did to others, so that they can feel what it feels like to have that happen. Because having it happen to them also imprints upon their soul, so they now know what it feels like, so they're not going to do it again to other people. Another option would be to live a life where they are of service to the other person, meaning maybe they're a caretaker for the other person, or they adopt that other person. And by being of service to that person their whole life, helps work out that karma. So the concept of karma isn't that this universal force is getting back at you or punishing you. It is actually your own soul that is giving you those really difficult experiences or lessons so that you can grow and evolve and learn. According to the research of Dr. Michael Newton in his book, Journey of Souls, if a person is too terrible, that human life can actually contaminate the soul, and that soul would then be deemed unsalvageable, which means there's just not enough good for rehabilitation. So the energy of that soul is broken up and remodeled in a process that's described as diluting the contaminated energy with new, fresh energy. So now there's 90% new energy, 10% of the old energy, rendering that old energy essentially powerless. However, there's still a small part of the original identity that remains intact. So a soul that's given this kind of energy remodeling is given a chance for now growth and redemption to make it right. All of this information has come in through past life regression research. Over 70,000 studies done now when people describe exactly what happens after death, what happens in the spirit realm, and everything in between. I've guided hundreds of people into their past lives, and the most common question I get is, what if I see a past life where I'm not a good person? And just keep in mind, these people who have done terrible things are usually young souls. The old, wise, compassionate soul is not going to do stuff like that. And we have all been young souls at some point. So you're not judged based on what you've done in the past. You're seen for how you are now evolving. The purpose of all of this is to evolve and grow and become the best, most evolved soul you possibly can. When you do look into your past lives through hypnosis,
he's so good, you guys. Like this man,
you're able to see the journey that's taken you to this.
Yeah, he's actually like an actual doctor, and he does like grieving therapy, past life regret. Like he does all kinds of therapy, and like he'll go live and like answer your questions. I've asked him a few questions. I'm like, so why do people believe in hell? And they're like, because to some people, experiencing what you've done to others is hell. Like it is literally torment. And I'm like literally like snaps. Like, yeah, that is like, imagine your soul, and your soul exists. Like that's what leaves you. Your body stays. It's your soul that leaves, right? Like your body's the one that expires. Sorry, Pebbles. You guys want to go outside? Okay. My amiga Alicia, she's always as late as I am, and she's driving. So like he's like, people are like, so wait, is God real? He goes, I'm just a doctor. Like I just learned medicine and mental health and like all of that. He goes, I'm not here to tell you what's not real or not real. He goes, but what you choose to believe is what guides you through life, right? And we are energy. I mean, energy exists. You don't see energy. You don't see electricity until you touch it and it shocks you, right? So we are energy beings. That's like when you walk in a room and somebody's got a bad attitude, you could just freaking feel it. Or when someone's like really happy and has good energy, you want to stay, you want more of them, you know? And so like this person, like unwillingly, like when my therapist told me like cause most of my pain comes from experiencing my dad's loss and like a lot of other things have happened to me. And she was like, look, I lost my mom. Like this doctor, he has a book. Like he's really good. He's on TikTok. Hi, friend. And so like look into him. And I'm like, okay. And I found him. And whenever I'm like missing him, I literally go through his videos and watch. And like, I'm not scared anymore. Like before, the thought of leaving this world terrified me. And now I'm like, I just want to be the best me that I can so that I can be that. Like, you know, does that make sense? Anyways, his name is Michael Armstrong. If you are ever feeling sad or like lost or anything, he's so awesome. He just got married. And like, he like is your pain from the past. Like, do you guys ever feel like you're just like sad people, angry people. Like he'll like the man from another planet, like finding your soulmate, life review, who is your spirit guide. And your spirit guide's your conscience, you guys. Like your conscience is that little thing inside of you that tells you, don't do that. You shouldn't do that. You don't have to listen. We have free will. Is he only on TikTok? This is the only place I follow him. Michael Armstrong 444. Okay. And then that was like when the day that, remember like a few months ago, like I told you guys that I kept seeing 444 everywhere. And I hadn't like even spoken to my therapist about it. And she's like, look up Michael Armstrong. She didn't even tell me his name was 444. And, I like looked him up and I saw that his like literal like username was Michael Armstrong 444. Like my heart just like, you know, but he's so amazing. He has so many awesome videos on here. Like your baby, this one. Okay. They're like, sorry, Rosalie, we stopped. My friends are always late like me. Okay.
If you're pregnant right now, your baby chose you. For each lifetime, the soul of the baby makes an agreement with the soul of the parents. They choose each other. And so yes, that means you actually chose your parents as well. The choice is made not so you can have the most fun and amazing life yet, but Earth is a school for souls. So the choice you made on who your parents are, or the baby that's coming into your life, actually chose the situation for the greatest soul growth. So in your past lives, if you were a little bit rebellious, you might choose more strict parents in this lifetime to help even that out. Or you've chosen some difficult parents so that you can learn how to create boundaries, or you've chosen really loving parents because that's just what your soul needed for the greatest soul growth in this lifetime.
Or your parents are your punishment.
The baby whispers its name into the parent's ear, so on a certain level, you chose your own name. And back to those who are pregnant right now, congratulations. You can communicate with the soul of the baby that's coming in, and realize you're not communicating with a baby soul. This soul could have lived 100 lifetimes. You're communicating with a wise old soul that just happens to be arriving in a baby body. And whether you're pregnant or not, this soul who will eventually become your child is called a spirit baby. Have any of you ever talked to your spirit baby? Have you communicated with that soul that's about to arrive into your family? I would love to hear your stories. Post in the comments. And if you want to learn more about souls, your soul's purpose, or your past lives, you know what to do. If you're pregnant,
I think he's on YouTube.
Baby.
But that's really cool because I really believe that. Like me as Fabian's mom, Jose really wanted to name Fabian Mateo. And I heard the name Fabian. I don't even know where I heard it. And I was like, he's a Fabian. And he's like, okay, let's wait. When he's born, we'll decide. And I was like, okay. And he was like set in stone. Like his name is going to be Mateo. And I was set like he's a Fabian. Like I just felt like I was having a Fabian. Like Fabian was inside of me, right? And so, when he was born with like curly, wild hair. His lashes were curly. I remember the nurse is like, oh my gosh, he literally has curly hair and curly lashes. And I was like, see, he's a Fabian. Like, he's not a Mateo. He's a Fabian. And I always knew his name was Fabian. And I 100% believe that Fabian came for me because like, I was not a patient person. I was not like a person of service before him. And he taught me like how to be more gentle, how to be more kind. Like he chose me. And that's just like it when I watched this video, it brought so much like happiness to me. Like, oh my gosh, with my youngest too. And you know what he said also that like makes a lot of sense? He said, why do you think babies come into the world crying? And why do you think that babies cannot talk for 1 year? And I was like, watching him live, guys. That's so deep. Yeah, I was watching him live and people were asking him about this video. Because I watch him live often. And I always send him galaxies. And so he's like, why do you think babies don't talk for a year? Every other mammal that comes into this world can feed on their own, walk. They can do everything on their own except human babies. Like literally there are some babies that are born and within hours they're walking, within hours they're finding their own food, within hours some even leave their mom. Like they're able to self care for themselves. Babies, human babies are the only ones, right, that need us to literally carry them through life. And he's like, because your first year of birth, of life, the time when you're not able to talk, if babies were able to talk, they would be able to remember their past lives. That first year, you're giving those babies memories to kind of make them forget the life before. It's so freaking cool. I love this doctor. Amiga Rosalie, I'm glad I caught your live. He's so awesome, you guys. Like, he makes so much sense. He's like, he's got science behind him. He's very spiritual. He himself believes in God. He believes in God. He himself is a religious man. He just says, like, you got to be able to separate science from religion if you're in the science world, you know? But he's really cool. He's really, really fucking cool. He has such awesome, like, he just brings such, and even if, let's say that he's absolutely wrong. None of us will know until it's our time. He brings so much peace and calmness. I was meant to see this. Absolutely. We were all meant to see this. Wow. That's so cool. Yeah. Like babies cannot talk until you fill them with their own memories. And then they remember their toys and their mom and the time they fell. If babies were able to talk within days or months of being born, they would be able to tell you what they've lived. And do you ever meet those children that you know they were like an old soul? Like they just have that old soul memory. Like Felipe, he was like a little baby and he just had an old soul. Anyways, I better go, you guys. My friends are on their way. His name is Dr. Michael Armstrong. He's a past regression and grieving therapist. He's really cool. He goes live on TikTok. He has a YouTube. I just saw his YouTube. I don't follow him on YouTube, but I should. He recommends books. He talks to you about grieving. He talks about like, just so many cool things. And he very much is like, what you believe is what you see, right? Like, thanks. Of course, his name is Michael Armstrong. So if you're ever having like a day where you, like if you lost a baby or if you're having a day where you lost somebody that you love, yeah. And he has like this one on here. I haven't watched it, but I have it saved. A 3-year-old that solved his own murder. What is it like to die? Like, what is your spirit guide? Your spirit guide is technically your conscience, what we call your conscience, that little voice that tells you don't do this, do that, go this way, don't go that way. And then this is him and his wife. They just got married. He wrote, be right back, getting married tomorrow. Look at him and his wife. They're so cute.
If you want to learn about your past lives,
so he's really cool. Anyways, I suggest you guys find him on YouTube. Hold on, what's his YouTube? He's on Instagram too, but his YouTube is, I'll tell you guys what his YouTube name is. He's on Snapchat, TikTok, YouTube. His YouTube is Michael Armstrong. Oh, I need to subscribe. I'm going to subscribe. But pretty much it's the same stuff as over there. So if you don't do TikTok, you could do this. But, like he has some awesome, he's just really good. Honestly, like I recommend him. He's helped me so much. Like I remember after watching him, I was like, babe, I like sent them to Jose and Jose's like, okay, babe. And he like noticed, like, he goes, I'm just happy that you're able to like be comfortable. Like I would have anxiety attacks about losing me leaving, him leaving. And now I know that like what's going to be, and whether we have anxiety attacks or stress about it, it's going to be. And like, it's not painful. If anything, it's more beautiful, you know? I lost my baby when she was 4 months before her 2nd birthday. Oh, Nana. Well, if it makes you feel better, she chose you. And we all have free will. So, like he said, like, in this life and in that life, like, nobody's born evil. Like,
do animals have soul?
Nobody's born evil. Like, anger, frustration, aggression, violence is something that is taught. He's so cool. Anyways, I better go, you guys. I want to clean the living room up a little bit. I have some laundry on the couch. I always have laundry on the couch, so I'm going to go put that away. I love you guys, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll do makeup and we'll chit chat. Maybe more story times. But make sure you guys look him up, Michael Armstrong, especially if you're dealing with like any questions of life. Just honestly, I feel like everybody should listen to what he says just because it's so positive. Like, it's such a positive message. And I know that we, whether you're religious or not, yeah, you could read the Bible and you can do all of that. But hearing science also tell you that like that we're energy is great. So, okay, bye guys.